So here we got a perfect example of a condensation problem. You can see this craft paper underneath is just soaked. The deck's completely wet, and all the layers, the dry layers of the built-up roofing here, the tar and gravel, are all just soaked as well. You can see this is just total garbage. This is the problem with most flat roofs, right? The ventilation, there isn't enough space in the attic, not enough insulation, and the vapor barrier is not good enough. It causes all these kind of problems, so we're going to be fixing that on this one. You can see all the deck's off now. You can see the water staining that's from the condensation because of the ventilation problems, trying to ventilate a flat roof with not enough space in it. You can see there, right over here behind this shovel, is a hole from an old vent that they had in here. The last roof that they put on, they took those vents out, covered them over. Doesn't really make a problem because the sheeting's tight with the rafters anyway, so it wouldn't have done anything but ventilate that one truss in the first place. Plus there's not enough height differential to actually get any chimney effect causing the airflow. And we'll take a look at what we did. Essentially what we're going to do is separate the insulation from the house, the old insulation in the house. So you see we've opened up the bottom 16 inches or so along the bottom, just happened to be where a seam in the sheeting fell. Have a look inside here. You can see we've blocked up all the soffits right at the exterior wall with pink insulation, essentially sealing the warm air and creating a warm air cavity. So when we apply our vapor barrier to the deck, our insulation on top becomes our primary insulation, fixes the ventilation problem. So here you can see the finished insulation and vapor barrier. That's the last piece. The white stuff you see underneath is the vapor barrier. The deck is primed, and then the self-adhering vapor barrier is applied to that to create a good seal. That's applied over the entire deck and rolled up on the edges, as you can see over here, wrapped around the insulation to create an envelope around the insulation. Then the entire deck is insulated. See, all the sheets of insulation fitted nicely together. And then the FR base, which is the first ply of the 2-ply SBS system, is screwed, mechanically fastened with special plates to the deck afterwards. It can also be glued down, but in this system we have it mechanically fastened. You can see all the accessories as they come through the deck. There's a little space left around all of them. That space will be filled with spray foam insulation to create a good seal, and that will help create a continuous vapor barrier as well as insulating the accessories so as to prevent condensation around them above the roof line. After this, we'll finish applying the FR base after I put that last piece of insulation back in, and then put the metal on, and we'll start our torching system. But at this point in time, any vapor or condensation problems that this roof had are already fixed.